Welcome. In this session, we will be covering about Zotero, which is one of the best citation management tool out there, and this is completely free to use. Now, if you are new to Zotero, like you haven't installed Zotero before, in that case, you need to install Zotero app first. Like most of the tools that we have learned so far, we will be using most of the tools from their website version, right? Just need to have an account there. But in case of Zotero, we have to download it and install it in our computer. It can be either in our Windows devices or it can be in Apple devices. But Zotero is not available in an app version. We have to be having their laptops only. So we search Zotero download and we will be taken to this page. In that you will see two options. Okay. One is installing Zotero into your computer. Presently it's Zotero 7 that is going on. So click on the download button and it will be installed. It will be downloaded and can be installed into your computer. Now, for Zotero to work perfectly, you need to have a Zotero connector also, which can be installed in your browser. Okay. So depending on the browser, Zotero automatically detects the browser from which you are accessing this website and will show you the link to install its connector. Okay. I was opening it through my Chrome so that it is showing the Chrome connector. If I am using it from my Firefox or from Edge, automatically show the respective connector. Sadly, Zotero doesn't support Safari. So in case you are a Mac user, you have to install Chrome in your MacBook. Then only you will be able to install the connector. Okay. So how connector becomes valuable, we will be discussing that later on when we discuss regarding the methods of importing articles into the Zotero database. All right. Now, after you click on after installing this, we need to click on the connector. So in case you are trying to install the connector, there is some extra things to be taken care of. So install on the Chrome connector option and you will be taken to this page and there will be an install button. Then you click on the add to Chrome button and this will be installed. Okay. Now, after installation, there is one really important thing. It's like due to the privacy policy of all the three browsers, soon after installation, or Zotero connector, along with any other type of such extensions, automatically go into the disappear mode. Okay. Or it will hide itself. Okay. So basically, you can see this is my extension bar here. You can see the different extensions that I have installed here with the icons. Okay. To prevent the to protect the privacy of the person and to prevent that overcrowding here, automatically the browser will force the Zotero connector to go into hiding mode. So after installation, you won't be realizing where exactly this has gone. Okay. So what you need to do is, this is an extra step. At the top right area of the browser, you will see one puzzle-like icon, which I have highlighted in this red box. Click on that icon, and in that you will see all the extension that is installed here. And in some browsers, there will be some pin icon like this. Okay, so click on the pin icon. So right next to the Zotero connector, it will be in a inactive stage, and the pin icon will be in colorless state. Okay, click on the pin icon, and it will become blue in color, and it will appear here in a red colored Z icon. Okay. Now, in case of other browsers, this is, I think, Edge browser. You click on the jigsaw, the same puzzle icon, and instead of the that pin icon, there will be one eye icon. Okay, so click on the eye icon, and it will become visible in here. Okay. Now, there is one more interesting thing regarding this Zotero connector. Even though the Zotero connector has the default icon as a Z, you can see the Z icon, okay, which is red in color. If it is active, it will be in red in color, and if it's inactive, it will be having this gray discoloration, gray coloration. Now, depending upon which website that you are browsing, automatically this icon will changes the shape. It's almost like a chameleon. Okay. Even though we are expecting a red colored Z icon, suppose if you are browsing a journal page, automatically takes a shape of a page like this. This is actually the Zotero icon. Okay. But the thing is, like, I was browsing one page here, one journal page here, so automatically took the page of a page, took the shape of a page. Suppose if you're browsing a newspapers page, it will take the shape of a newspaper. Suppose if you're going to the page of a book, textbook or something, then it will take the shape of a book. Then if you're going to a search engine like PubMed or Google Scholar, which enlists so many articles, then it will show the shape of a folder. Like that, it changes the shape. Okay. To be honest, in my personal opinion, I think this is a headache sometimes. For a new person who is not that familiar with Zotero, they will suddenly get confused, like what happened to Zotero and all. I feel like it's always better to have the default icon all the time, but somehow the developers feel like changing the shape is a good thing. Like it gives a hint to the user, like Zotero has automatically identified this as a journal or as a book or a newspaper and so on. Okay, but sometimes it's confusing. Okay, in case you get confused, you can always hover your mouse over that particular icon, and one tooltip, one small box, like one box will appear which shows the name like Zotero connector. Okay, so let me just exit, and you can see this is my Zotero connector. So when I hover my mouse over that, you can see one small yellow colored box has appeared, which shows save to Zotero embedded metadata has access to this site. Okay, so I get an idea like, okay, this is Zotero. All right. So that's the thing regarding Zotero connector. We will be seeing more about Zotero connector later on. Now coming back to the Zotero. So after installing the Zotero in your computer, you need to double click and open that. Okay, and this should be open in the background whenever you are planning to insert those citations into Microsoft Word. Okay, so once you open the Zotero for the first time, like you haven't logged into Zotero before, that time you have to like sign up or sign in for the first time. Okay, so this is a one-time process. After that, Zotero will remember your login details. All right. So what you need to do is you click on the at the top of the menu, like you can see a menu here, right? In that at the top, you can see there is a file, edit, view, tools, and help option. In that, click on the edit option. Okay. So on clicking on that, one detailed menu like this will appear. In that, you will see an option called settings. Okay. So click on the settings button, which will open the Zotero settings, and you will be taken to one box like this. We're having so many menu options. Okay. In that, go to sync option, which is the second option, and you will be taken to a page like this where you can enter your username and password. Okay, there you enter your username and password. If you are new to Zotero, you haven't created a Zotero account before, you click on the create new account. Then you will be taken to a web page where it will ask you to enter your username, email twice, and password twice. Fill the captcha and register. Okay, then you can create the account. Now there is one small thing that you should keep in mind when you are creating a new account in Zotero. It's the username in Zotero should be unique. Okay, suppose if you are creating a new Gmail ID and say your name is Sharon, so you will try to get an email ID sharon@gmail.com. So you put the username as Sharon. Then Gmail will tell you like Sharon is already taken. So you will put like Sharon123. Maybe that also will be taken. Then Sharon456 might be available. Just like that in Zotero, even though you will try your name first, most probably the name might be taken. So you have to add some extra words or letters into that to make it unique. Okay. Now one common issue that you can face is that's why I'm specifically mentioning this. Even though Gmail and all, they allow you so many special characters, like you can put exclamation mark at hashtag and so on. But in case of Zotero, they doesn't allow most of the special characters. Okay, they allow numbers and they allow very few special characters like hyphen and underscore. If I'm not wrong. Okay, most of the other special characters are disabled. So when you try whatever this combination with a special character, they will tell you like username not supported and so many issues. So you might find some issues. So always try to create a name with your letters like alphanumeric this thing, like either the alphabets or the this thing. Your numbers and alphabets, and avoid adding special characters except the a few ones that is supported. Then another thing is like you should remember the email and password, or sorry, username and the password that you enter here, because you have to come back to Zotero after creating the account and go to this area once again, enter the newly created username and password here and click on setup syncing. Okay, now the usually when you create a new account in Chrome or Edge or something, automatically the browser will save automatically save that login credentials, and next time when you try to log in, it will auto appear, right? But here the problem is like you have created the account in your browser, and but you are trying to enter it into the install Zotero, right? So that time it won't automatically remember things. So because of that, you have to manually type the username and password here. And once that is done, it will automatically log in into your Zotero account. So here you can see my username was ANC Tracker. This is just a dummy name I was just exploring. So I put that name, username and password, and clicked on setup syncing. So the account has been linked. Okay. Now this is a one-time process, and every time when I try to log in again, automatically this will be automatically logged in. Okay. Now we are ready with the initial setup part, and now we are ready to add our articles into Zotero. Okay. Now let me open my own Zotero so that it will be more clear for you. Sorry, so many files are there in my homepage. Okay, so let me open Zotero. So you can see this is my Zotero page. I have been using Zotero regularly, so there are so many folders here. Okay, so initially when you open Zotero for the first time, your Zotero screen will be completely blank in case it's your first attempt. Now, one thing you should remember is, say you in your laptop, say you are planning to conduct a research on breast cancer, you will obviously create a folder called breast cancer, right? Then all the articles related to that breast cancer, all those parent articles that you download, that full PDF you will be saving into this breast cancer folder, right? Maybe after 1 month, you decide to like conduct a new research on say another topic, say diabetes, right? So that time you won't be saving the diabetes articles in this breast cancer folder, right? You will be creating a new folder called diabetes, and all those articles will be stored in the diabetes folder, right? Just like that, Zotero also has this foldering system. Okay, you can see just like my computer in your laptop, just like that, it has got my library, and under my library, you can see so many folders like this. Okay, and you can name the folders according to the research topic. Okay, and creating a new folder is very easy. There are two methods in creating that. The one method is you select the my library option and right click on the my library. Okay, just like this, I put the right click, and you can see a new option called new collection has appeared. Okay, one interesting thing is I am thinking like the word folder has been copyrighted by our Microsoft Windows and all, so maybe that's why Zotero is not using the word folder. Instead, they are using the word collection. Okay, so collection for Zotero literally means a folder. Okay, so this is an option for creating a new folder or a collection. So just click on the new folder or new collection. It will ask you for the name. Okay, so I'm planning to conduct a study on effectiveness of keto diet among infants. Okay, having infantile seizures. Okay, or neonatal seizures. So let me put this thing as keto diet. So let that be the diet for seizures, so that it will be easily identifiable in future. Okay, then I click on create collection. So automatically you can see a new folder has been created, which is between J and L. Okay, based on the alphabetical order, and you can see that blank folder, blank collection has been created. Now I can keep on adding more articles into this collection. Okay, so this is one method of adding new folder. Okay, the second method is even more easier. Rather than right clicking, what we do is we can see there is a new folder button here. Okay, so click on the new folder button or new collection button, and automatically the same box will appear and you will be able to create a collection. Okay, now there's a catch in using this particular button. Okay, you should always ensure that you are selecting the my library option before clicking on my collection or this particular new collection or new folder button. Issue is, say I have one folder here on dengue. Okay, suppose if instead of my library, I am selecting, my selection is on this dengue folder. Okay, you can see 3 articles are there. Okay, now accidentally if I'm clicking on the new collection here without selecting my library, what happens is it will again ask you for a folder. Say that time I am putting like breast cancer, which is my say that is my study plan, and I'm clicking on collection. Now what happened is like breast cancer folder has been created, but sadly it's created inside the dengue folder. Just like in your laptop you have one main folder, inside that you will have multiple subfolders and again folders inside that, right? So the same folder system is being followed in Zotero, but the problem here is now this breast cancer is created in outside dengue. Okay, so that's a major issue. So what you can do is you can drag and drop. You can just drop it here, or you can just there's an option called move to. Okay, so just click on move to, and here you move on to my library, so that it will disappear from dengue, and now breast cancer will appear here. Okay, I already had one breast cancer, that's why you are seeing two breast cancers. So I have one breast cancer here, and this is my recent breast cancer. Okay, so that has been now created under my library under the main folder system. So always remember this whenever you are creating folders. Always ensure to select my library before creating a new folder, especially if it's on a new topic. All right, so that's regarding the folder system. Now let's learn how to add the articles, different articles that you browse or different articles that you find interesting into your collection. Okay, so there are 4 methods to add articles. Okay, so we'll see the strength and limitations of each method and how each method will be effective. Okay, So in this, my demo screenshot, my topic created was lung cancer. Okay, so I created the lung cancer folder. Now, method number one. Okay, method number one is the toughest method, or this is the manual method. Okay, the method, this particular method is recommended in only two scenarios. So I will tell you, I initially tell you how exactly this is done. Then we will see what is the two scenarios where you can consider doing this. Okay, other than that, there are some automated methods which is even more easier. Okay, so what you need to do is, let me minimize this. So this is my Zotero. Okay, and let me open that. What was our? It was keto diet, right? The new folder I created. So it's a keto diet for seizures. There are no articles here. Okay, so what you can see at the top of this area, there are 4 icons here. Okay, so these each icon it represents multiple methods. Okay, so method number one is this particular icon that is located on the leftmost corner of among these 4. Okay, so when clicking on that, it will ask you what exactly you want to add. So you can see there is an option to add a book, add a journal article. So many options are available. Okay, so go for the journal article option. Okay, so click on the new add a, I think the tooltip is a new item. Okay, click on new item, this particular icon, click on journal article. Okay, now one box like this will appear on the right side, asking you for the title of the article, author name. Okay, then publication, what is the journal name, then volume, issue, number of pages, all other details which are required for creating a citation. Okay, so you have to enter them manually. So you can think about like, oh, this is really tough, right? You have to copy paste everything from a journal and then paste. So obviously this is a least preferred method. Okay, but there are two scenarios. Like I mentioned, there are two scenarios in which this will come handy. Scenario one is suppose if you are planning to insert an old article. Old means a very old article which is published above before 1990 or 1985. Sometimes there will be some legendary guidelines, something, some such article might be there. And when you try to insert those articles using the other automated methods, so total there are 4 methods. Okay, this was only method 1. So if you try method 2, method 3, and method 4, and all 3 fails, that time you can consider this method 1. Okay, method 1 will never fail, which is since it's a manual method. Okay, so that is scenario number 1 for citing old article. Okay, now scenario number 2 is scenarios in which you are planning to add some textbook into the collection. Okay, some details of a textbook. Okay, now before that I'll explain later on. Now suppose if you want to add the textbook, each textbook has its own specific this thing called ISBN numbers, one unique number. So let me show you that. Let me open my Google. Suppose if I'm looking for Harrison textbook, 21st edition, and you just ask ISBN number. Okay, so automatically it's ISBN. Okay, so automatically Google will tell you like the 21st edition of Harrison, this is the ISBN number. Okay, and there is another version which has this ISBN number. Okay, so using this ISBN number, you will be able to enter that ISBN number into method 2 that we will be about to see, and that book will be automatically added. Okay. Now the problem is for certain publishers, especially some national level publishers, especially I had seen so many books published in India and all other countries, which is not those publishers are smaller level publishers. They are not international publishers. They will also provide an ISBN number. But when you enter the ISBN number, Zotero will tell you that this ISBN number doesn't match or doesn't exist like that. So you will come across an issue. Okay. In that scenario, you can consider using the manual method or the method number 1 once again. So you can see there's an option called book. Okay, click on book and it will ask you the title of the book, ISBN number, all the details will be here. You can see the ISBN number. So you can enter the details manually. Okay, so that is 2 uses of method number 1. Okay, now I forgot to mention this in the beginning. Like I was telling you regarding adding article to Zotero, right? Different methods for different methods. But the thing you should keep in mind is in Zotero, we are not downloading the entire article. Okay, we are only adding the metadata. Okay, metadata means whenever one journal article is created, they add a lot of information to this particular PDF file. Okay, the information include the whatever things that are required for citation, including the title, all the details, year of publication, journal name, where it is published, all those details. Okay, so whenever you are adding an article into the Zotero library, it is only exporting or only importing the metadata into that. Okay, now in case the article is a free article, sometimes Zotero try to download the full PDF, but but if it's a paid article, Zotero will only get the metadata. Okay. And in later on, we'll see method number 3, in which you can directly import the PDF files directly. Okay. For example, you have used Consensus AI, and earlier when we learned Consensus, we noticed like in Consensus there is an option to directly download the PDF files, right? So you can have a large collection of such PDF files. So let me show you some PDF files that I have collected. So you can see these are all PDF files related to our topic, that is keto diet for preventing neonatal seizures. Okay, so these are full articles. So you can directly drag and drop these full articles into Zotero and they will be added. So this is our upcoming method number 3. So in that you have already importing the PDF files as well. So PDF file also will be stored in Zotero. Okay, in all other scenarios, PDF files will not be stored. It only takes the metadata. All right. So let me be clear regarding that. So Zotero is not a tool for downloading your full article. It is a tool only for putting your references. Okay. A tool only for putting your references, and it will only like grabs the metadata. Okay. Won't grab the PDF file. Now we discuss everything regarding method 1. We will move on to method number 2. Okay, method number 2 is bit more easier, bit more faster. So it is this. You can see this was the icon we had used earlier for method number 1. Right next to that, you can see one magic wand icon. Okay, so this magic wand icon, this is the icon that we will be using for method number 2. This is using the identifiers. Okay, now each article or each book has some unique identifier. Okay, so suppose if it's a textbook like I had shown, like Harrison, they will have a unique ISBN number for each edition, and as the edition changes, they will change the ISBN number as well. So ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number, and this is a 16-digit number. Okay, now for the published articles, they have some unique identifier called DOA number, which is, again, you have seen the DOA number, right? So you can just copy the link or copy the entire DOA number and paste it here. I'll show a sample. Now, if the article is published in PubMed, PubMed also provides a unique ID number. I think it's an 8-digit number that to all the PubMed articles. So the PubMed ID can be pasted here and it will be detected. Now there is something called arXiv ID. Suppose if the article is published as a preprint, even before its publication, they will be given a temporary ID number called arXiv ID. So that also can be added here and it will be detected. Okay. So here is one sample. So I'm this particular demo, I'm planning to look for some articles on lung cancer. So I'm going to PubMed or Google Scholar, and I came across this article. Okay, risk factors of lung cancer in non-smokers, which is published in Elsevier. Okay, so in that you can see the DOA number here. So I can either copy the entire DOA number, or I can right click on that and there will be an option called copy link. Okay, just copy that, come back to our this particular method to about that option, paste the DOA number there and press enter. Okay, then instantly all the data regarding that article will be automatically grabbed. You can see the title, all the details, the publication, what's the name of the journal, volume and issue, everything has been automatically populated using the DOA number, right? So it's super fast to grab all the information, right? So that's method number 2. Let me, like earlier we have copied the ISBN number of Harrison, right? So let me copy that ISBN number and just check. I will just try whether I'll be able to add Harrison into this database. So I'll click on this magic wand icon. Okay, paste the this particular number and press enter button. Okay, so automatically it will check the internet for this ISBN number, identify that this is Harrison, and grab all the information of Harrison into this and enter it as a new entry. Here you can see it automatically entered it as Harrison. Creator's name has been added, and all the details regarding Harrison. You can see author 1, author 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So top 6 authors, publication edition, place of publication, the publisher name, year of publication. So all the details of Harrison has been automatically imported from the internet. Okay. So that is method number 2. This is a very useful method for adding article faster into your Zotero library. Okay. Now we will move on to method number 3. Okay. Now, method number 3 is a method of importing articles into Zotero in case you have the PDF, full PDF with you. Okay. So earlier I mentioned that, right? So you might be downloading full PDF from various databases like Google Scholar or from PubMed, or you will be downloading them from that journals page, or you will be downloading them directly from the this area, our consensus, right? So in all those cases, you will see an option called add file. Okay. You will like I'll just show you. Just open Zotero. Okay. you are seeing a black color here in my Zotero in contrast to the screenshot because I'm using a dark theme. Okay, that's why it's black in color. But officially, this is usually having a light theme with a white color. Okay, so this is a button that we are using for method number 3. Okay, so you can see one document icon with a plus. So click on that and it will ask you for add file. Okay, click on add file. Then my file explorer will open up like this. It will ask me where exactly the files are located. Okay, so I have some files here in my desktop in the folder called childhood seizures of keto diet. Okay, so let me select some of the top 3 articles here. Okay, just open that, and automatically sometimes it won't work for a few seconds. After that, you can see one box like this will appear, which will show the status of the importing. Okay, so you can see all 3 articles has been highlighted here, and they have been imported. So you can see this is article number 1, article number 2, article number 3. So they have been automatically imported. So I don't need to enter the DOI number or add anything manually. Okay. Now one alternative method for this is dragging and dropping. So let me show you that as well. So for that, we have to reduce the size of that Zotero window, open the folder where the articles are located, then select all those articles which need to be added into Zotero. Okay. And then drag them directly into this area. Okay. So as a tooltip, you will see a copy here, and just wait for that box to appear. Okay. Now that box will appear after some time, and it will show the articles are getting imported. Okay. So higher the number of articles, it will take some extra time for it to process. Okay. So it's still under processing. Okay, so it took some extra time, some 3-4 minutes it took. After that, the box has appeared. Now you can see it is slowly getting populated. So you can see all the extra articles that I have added just now are being added to the collection. Okay. Okay, so now you can see all the articles has been added. So you'll see now my Zotero library has got around 14 articles. Okay, so all the articles has been added. So the look is the view is like this. The title of the article will be shown in the left side. First name, surname of the first author will be shown next. And if the full PDF is available, that PDF also will be shown here. You can double click here and you will be able to see read the full article from there. Okay. Now the full article is available because I used method number 3 for adding the PDF directly. That's why we have the full article here. Okay. Now suppose in a situation where we directly give the details of the article where a PDF is available, then Zotero also tried to download the PDF. Like in this case, again PDF will be available. Okay. And if you want to add more things into this menu, just right click here and you can see there are some extra options. Suppose if you want to see the year, click on year and it will show the year also. Okay. Like that, but most of the time we don't need that. Okay, so that's regarding adding articles using method number 3. Okay, now we'll move for method number 4, which is the fastest and the easiest one of all. Okay, that is using the Zotero connector, which we have installed in our browser in the beginning of the session. Okay, so let me revisit that particular this thing. So let me go to PubMed, or we'll go to Google Scholar. Here you can see my Zotero. It was initially the Zotero Z icon was having that gray colored Z icon. Now it has changed to a paper icon, telling like it has detected some website. Here I will put a topic called, let me see, keto diet for infantile seizures. Okay, so let me check that. So it will come up with so many articles like this. So let me check whether Kossoff article is already there. Kossoff is not there. Okay, so we will try to export this article using method number 4. Okay, so method number 4 is our Zotero connector. Okay, now kindly have a look at my icons here. Now you will suddenly feel like Zotero icon is missing. Okay, so actually this is a Zotero icon. It has again changed the shape. Now what happened is I search for the article and so many articles has appeared. Okay, now Zotero detected that this is a search engine, so automatically changed the shape into a folder icon. Okay, so this is the issue with Zotero. It's like, especially people who are new to, researchers who are new to Zotero, they might find this confusing, okay, because it's changing shape recurrently, but that's fine. So let me click on the ketogenic diet here. So it will open that articles page, right? So I need to wait till the article is loaded. Here you can see article is getting loaded, but you can see the loading icon is still going on. Okay, so wait till the entire loading is finished. Okay, now the loading has been finished. That particular icon is shown here. Now this is the article. Okay, so this article's name is Efficacy of Ketogenic Diet for Infantile Spasms by Kossoff. Okay, so what I need to do is, now here is a Zotero icon. Okay, simply click on the Zotero icon and instantly this article will be added into my collection. I'll just show you. Click on this. One menu like this will appear. I don't need to do anything. Instantly, when I open my Zotero, I can see the article has been added. Here you can see this is Efficacy of Ketogenic Diet by Kossoff. So this is the super fast method of doing it. Okay, I will do one more time so that because it's almost like a magic trick. So let me open this article. Okay, so this is by Prezioso. Let me cross check whether Prezioso is already there. No, Prezioso is not there. So let me open that article. I need to ensure that the article is open from its journals page. Okay, I can see this is from Online Library of Willy. Okay, so the article is loaded. The loading has been finished. Once that is done, click on the Zotero icon. Again, wait for it to load and then open my Zotero and we can see Efficacy of Ketogenic Diet by Prezioso. The article has been added. So it's that fast. Okay, so this is the usefulness of the Zotero connectors. It will help you to instantly add the article. Here it's showing me like article has been added. It doesn't have the full text here. So full text has not been added. Only the article metadata has been added. But that's fine. Like we don't need the full text right now, right? But there can be a small issue that you can face. Okay, so presently I have selected my keto diet for seizures folder or collection, right? Suppose if I am selecting the folder called malaria. Okay, so malaria has got 2 articles here. Now say the scenario where my selection is on malaria, okay, and then I'm going back to my Google Scholar. I'm trying to add this particular article. So let me see this article, Ketogenic Diet for Infants by Elsevier. In Elsevier by Falsaperla. Okay, so this particular article. So here, when I click on the Zotero button, what happened is that since my last open folder is malaria, instead of ketogenic diet, the folder will be shown as malaria and the article will be added to the malaria folder. Okay, so let me show you that. Click on this. Now you can see it is showing saving to malaria instead of my ketogenic diet folder. Okay, now when I open my remember the name of the author is Falsaperla, Ketogenic Diet for Infants. Okay, so when I open that, you can see this article has been added to malaria folder, and when I open my keto diet folder, article will not be there. Okay, so if that happens, you can definitely like drag and drop option is there. Let's drag and put it over seizures and it will create a copy there. Okay, Falsaperla. Now the article has been added. Okay, another method is the better method is this one. Okay, suppose my last open folder is still malaria. Okay, just open a new folder, say this particular article by again it's an article from Wiley. That author's name is Lyons, right? Click on the Zotero connector. Now, instead of allowing this, click here. Okay, so now the article importing process will pause. Okay, but we have to click within the first 5 seconds. Okay, there our other options will be available. This will show all my last open folder in the order in which they based on the last time they were open. Like my last open one was malaria, then the recently opened another one was keto diet. So I can directly choose keto diet and click somewhere else and automatically it will be added. So this is by Lyons, right? So let me open my keto folder. So you can see if that file has been added. I think it has been added double. So let me. So you can see the article has been added. Why double entry? Because previously when I added the full text, Lyons was already there. That's why we are getting 2 entries. Now there will be scenario in which say you want to add an article into this mental health folder, or I'll go for this monkeypox folder. Okay, since I'm coming from Kerala, and this is just a fun fact. Now Kerala is it's a state in India where people from Kerala, they are moving to most of the like countries in the world, and once they come back, usually they sometimes carry this infection. So that's why Kerala is having, and in Kerala the health system is really good, and they have a very nice screening system and very nice like investigation protocol methodology. And also even if there is even a small level of suspicion, they will be detected in a very fast rate, even if it was the first time such a disease is being detected in that country. So that's why you are seeing so many interesting cases here. Like you saw malaria, you saw monkeypox, then there will be one on Nipah. So all these are new types of diseases that is being detected here because of this special like diversity and geographic situation and this migration characteristics of the population. Okay, so that's why you are showing so many variety of cases here. Okay, now you want to add one article into monkeypox. Okay, so let me open one article on monkeypox. But we haven't opened monkeypox recently, so that's not shown there. So let me show, open one article, monkeypox prevalence. Okay, so monkeypox. So just open that article. So this article is on monkeypox, and I want this article to be added into my monkeypox folder. Okay, but sadly, monkeypox folder is not there. So let me click here. Here you can see monkeypox is not shown even in this area. Okay, so in that case, click on more. Then what happened is that one mirror image of your Zotero folder will open up here. Okay, so I just clicked on the more option. Now you can see the mirror image. Here I can choose whichever folder I want. Okay, so I just scroll down and will select monkeypox. Okay, and I click on done. Okay, so remember the article is by Rani et al. It's gone. You can see monkeypox and click on done. Okay, now the article will be added into the monkeypox folder. You can see the article has been added into the monkeypox folder. So that's the way in which you add article to a folder which you haven't opened recently and it's not showing in the drop down menu. All right. So these are the 4 methods of adding articles into our Zotero collection. Okay, so now I think I'm thorough with this, right? So let me just concisely repeat the steps. Method number 1 is using this icon. So that's a manual method. This will come handy when all other methods fail. Method number 2 is a magic wand using the identifiers. You can enter the ISBN number or the DOA number or the PubMed ID. Method number 3 is a full article method where you can click on this icon and File Explorer will open up. Then you can like reach for the folder where all the full articles are loaded, full PDF is located, or you can drag and drop. Okay. Method number 4 is the Zotero connector method using the browser. Just log into that, just go into that articles page, click on the Zotero connector, and automatically the article will be added into the selected folder. Okay. So these are the 4 methods. Now we'll move on to the second part of the session. Now, this is the most important session, right? Like you already have the articles added in your Zotero library. Okay. Now you have your article written in Microsoft Word. You want to insert the citations automatically. Okay. So how you can insert references into Microsoft Word using Zotero. Okay. Now there's a word of caution. Microsoft Zotero will work only for Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Okay. So in case you are using a MacBook, either you need to have a version of Microsoft Word there, or it won't work in Pages or other Word editors, Word document editors in my MacBook, or you have to use the Google Docs in your MacBook. Okay, otherwise it won't work in your MacBook. All right. Now, at the time when you have installed Zotero in your computer, automatically one plugin of Zotero or one add-on of Zotero has been automatically installed into your Microsoft Word. Okay. So next time when you open your Microsoft Word, you will see like towards the right side of the menu, next to Help menu, you will see an option called Zotero. Okay. So this has been installed automatically at the time of installing that Zotero software in your computer. Now there is a rare scenario in which you open your Microsoft Word and you are not finding the Zotero icon. Okay, so this usually happens when you already had a Word document opened in the open, and then you that was minimized, and then you try to install Zotero. Then what happens is when you try to install Zotero, since Word is already open, Zotero is not able to add its add-on into Microsoft Word. That time you will find like Zotero is missing in the menu. If that's the case, there is a way to reinstall Zotero into your Microsoft Word. Okay. So what you need to do is you open the Zotero app that is installed. Okay. Click on the edit icon. That earlier we had tried this for logging into Zotero for the first time. So go to the settings option. In that, previously we went for the sync option. Okay. This time instead of the sync option, click on the site option. And when you scroll down, you will see an option called Microsoft Word and LibreOffice, and there is an option called reinstall Microsoft Word add-in. Okay, in case if it's not installed properly, you will see an install button instead. Okay, so either click on whatever button that is available. So what happened is, and ensure that Microsoft Word is closed at the time when you are trying this. Okay, then automatically that Microsoft Word add-in will be auto installed once again, and next time when you open the Word, it will be there. Okay, so let me show you how exactly this particular no, sorry. So this is my Microsoft Word. Here you can see the Zotero option. Okay, that is installed. In case this is missing, open Zotero, go to edit, okay, settings option. And here you will see previously we clicked on the sync option where you logged in with the Zotero account. Click on the site option. Okay, so you'll see some citation styles and all. Just scroll down and you will see the heading called Word Processors. Underneath, you will see an option called Reinstall Microsoft Word Add-in, or if you're using LibreOffice, then an option to install the LibreOffice add-in. Okay, suppose you are seeing an option here like install, just click on that. Even if it's showing reinstall, if you're finding any difficulty, just click on reinstall and it will work flawlessly. Only thing is, like when you're trying this, you need to close the Microsoft Word before trying this, then only it will work flawlessly. All right. So that's how you install the Microsoft Word. Now let's see how we can insert the citation. Okay, so let me show you that in real time. So this is one introduction about the same topic that we are discussing. Like I was planning to create an article on infantile epilepsy and whether keto diet is effective for that. Okay, so I have written a few paragraphs about that on introduction. Then I'm planning to add a citation based on from where I had taken all these values and all. Okay. Suppose you can see there is one area here which I have mentioned some values regarding the incidence of epilepsy. Suppose if I am planning to insert the reference link like my in-text citation in the location, just click on the area where I need to insert my citation. Okay, and go to the Zotero menu. Click on this option, add or edit citation. Okay, the first option, first icon. Then you will be taken to a menu like this. Okay, and it will ask you, this will occur only for the first time for your first citation. After that, this will be automatic for one particular Word file. Then it will ask you to choose whichever citation style that you prefer. Okay, sometimes you will be preferring Harvard style. Okay, so that will be available as Elsevier Harvard. Or sometimes you will be liking the APA style. Okay, so I'll go for American Psychological Association 7th edition style. Or sometimes it will be Vancouver style. Okay, so in most of the journals it will be Vancouver. So let's go for Vancouver. This can be interchanged later on. So that also I will demonstrate. So select Vancouver and click on OK. Then you will be taken to this red colored Zotero search bar. Okay, so this is the bar that will help you to identify the article that need to be inserted there, and you can insert the article. Okay, now again, there are two methods of using the search bar. One classical method and the search bar method. So I will tell you the classical method first. After that, we will follow the search bar method. Okay, so the classical method is, you can see on the left side, you can see this red colored Z icon, right? So click on that and you will see an option called classic view. Okay, so click on classic view. And automatically it will create a mirror image of your Zotero within Microsoft Word. Okay, so you can see the menu, and here you go for the folder in which all the articles about this particular topic has been stored. So in my case, it was a folder called Keto Diet for Seizures. Here you can see all the articles. Okay, suppose if I am planning to insert this particular article by Scholler et al. Okay, select that article and click OK. Now what will happen? You can see now the citation has been inserted there as number 1. Okay, let me repeat it once again. Say I want to insert another citation at the end of this paragraph. Click here, click on Zotero. Okay, click on Zotero and click on add or edit citation. Zotero, red colored Zotero search bar will appear. We are using the classical method or method number 1. Click on the red colored Z icon, click on classic view. Select the next article. So usually the article will be chosen based on which article that you actually used. Okay, for the demo, I'm just putting random articles. Okay, so I'm selecting article by Na et al. Click OK, and article number 2 has been inserted. So it's very easy, right? Now method number 2 is even easier using the search bar. Okay, so let me open this, and you can see this is my keto diet folder. Let me open that. So keto diet folder. Okay, so you can see there is an article. There is an author called Kossoff et al. Okay, suppose if I want to insert Kossoff et al. in a location. So what I will do is, I will open this. Suppose at the end of this first sentence, I want to insert the reference of that Kossoff et al. So I'll go for the end of the sentence. After the full stop, I'll click on there in that particular location, click on add or edit citation. Instead of clicking the method one, now we are learning method number 2. Okay, here I put the surname of the author. Okay, it is Kossoff et al. Okay, so I just put first 4 letters of Kossoff and automatically that article has appeared. Okay, I simply select that and the author detail has been inserted into the Zotero search bar. Then I press the enter button. Then automatically that article has been inserted. Okay, so it's that easy. So I'll repeat once again. I'll select another one location. After that, click on add or edit citation. Now, suppose in case I don't remember the author name, I can simply search for keywords. So all of these articles will have the word keto in the title, right? So just search for keto, and all the articles with keto will appear. Okay, and within this menu, that menu that appears, it will be classified into 3 sections. One is called selected item. Selected item means this is a presently, like when I open my Zotero. Let me cancel this 1 minute. Here you can see my selection is on one particular item. So this is a selected item. Okay. So let me go back, add edit citation, select search keto. Here you can see this is a selected article. These 3 are the already cited article. So you can see 1, 2, and 3. They are 1, 2, and 3 cited article. And these are the other articles which are uncited right now, which are in my database, which has the keyword keto in this. Okay. Suppose if I want to add this article, just select that and article will be inserted. Here you can see now the article has been inserted there. Okay. Now there will be a scenario in which you want to insert multiple citations in the single location. So that also is very easy. Just select here, go to location, click on add or edit citation, search for the keyword or the author name. So let me check this article. So I got one article here called Chen et al. Okay. Now instead of pressing the enter button, I can keep on typing the keyword or the author name. Okay. So I'm again searching keyword. Selecting a keyword. So selecting one more article. Now I got 2 articles here. Okay. Let me do it one more time. We will put 3 citations in a single location. Okay. Then I will go for Imdad also. Okay. So I got 3 articles now. Then I press enter. Now we will see we have 3 citations in the single location. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is the way in which we insert the citation. Now we come to the next part, like how we can insert the references also. Okay. So referencing part is also easy. We need to click a heading called references. References, which means bibliography. Okay, references, and let me make it into a title so that it looks very fancy. Okay, but for a demo, it's not needed. But let's go in a nice style. Okay, so what I have done is I created a heading called references, and I pressed the enter button so that my cursor is now blinking as a new line. Okay, you can see it's now blinking as a new line. Now, so far we clicked on this button, that is add or edit citation. So instead of that, click on this button, which is add or edit bibliography. Okay. On clicking on it, what happened is that it will auto generate the entire citation for you in whatever format that you have chosen. Here you can see so far you have inserted 6 citations, right? So you have 6 citations here in the same chronological order. Okay. And document style you have chosen is Vancouver. So it will be coming in the Vancouver format. So it's that easy. Okay. Now suppose we have 6 articles here. You are planning to insert one more article. Okay. So let me add one more article, add or edit citation, search keto. So let me add article by Lyons. So I have added a 7th article here. Okay. Now we can see that 7th citation has been auto generated. Okay, so creating this bibliography is a one-time process. Once you create that, whenever you keep on adding article, automatically the new citations will appear soon after that. Okay, only thing is like you should ensure that they are added at the end of the article. Okay, now comes another scenario where this is one of the main uses of Zotero. Say you have already written the article, then you have decided to do some proofreading. So you decided to delete this particular line. Okay. And when you delete the line, you can see that article number 4 also should disappear, right? So article number 4 is Imdad et al. Okay. So suppose usually when you delete a article reference number 4, what happened is after let me delete a better one. Let me delete this so that there won't be any confusion. So let me delete this particular line along with citation number 3. Okay. Now when you do that, what should happen is 3 is Kosov et al. So Kosov et al should disappear from here. And here the next citation is 4. So 4 should change to 3, right? And all the subsequent ones also should change, right? So let me delete that. But sadly, nothing happens. Like then you will be surprised on what is happening. Like you can see now the order has been changed. 1, 2, 3 is missing because I have deleted 3. 4 has not been changed. And when I go back to references, I can see that Kosov is still there. Okay. Why nothing is happening? Because Zotero has a manual refresh option. Okay. So suppose if you make any modification, every time when you delete or add new articles or citation, if the changes are not reflected, you have to click on the refresh button manually. Okay. The numbers are not changing because I haven't clicked that. Now I'll click that. Now you will see 4 has been changed to 3 and all other numbers, subsequent numbers has been changed. Previously this was 7, that has been changed to 6. And you can see in the reference also, Kosov has been disappeared automatically. So whenever you are making any such modification, you can do any sort of adding, removing, adding a new set of citations in between, whatever you wish can be done. And in case the change is not reflected, always click on the refresh button and instantly the change will be reflected. All right. Now there is another scenario in which you want to interchange a citation to another style. Okay. Presently, you can see it is in Vancouver style. And suppose if you are planning to send it to a journal and the journal is telling like you want it in Harvard style. Okay. So what you need to do is there is an option here called document preferences. Okay. Click on document preferences. And again, you will get the same menu that was there earlier when you start inserting your first citation. Okay. Here, just look here and see which is the Harvard option. Okay. So Harvard is called Elsevier Harvard. Okay. So this is a Harvard option. Just select the new style that you prefer and click OK. Now what will happen is all the citation will change into Harvard style. You can see instead of the numbers, it's now showing the surname of the author and year of publication. And the reference also has been changed. Okay. Previously, it was a chronological order one. Now that has been changed into one, which is on the alphabetical order. Like you can see C, D, I, C, D, I, L, N, S, right? It's in that order. So that's a way in which we interchange it. Okay. Now comes another scenario. Okay, why it's getting selected like that. Okay. Now comes another scenario. Let me change it back to Vancouver. Okay. Now in the scenario, you can see that my Vancouver is in the style is a traditional Vancouver. That is in-text citation is on bracketed format with round brackets. Okay. Sometimes when you try to send it to a journal, they will tell you like they actually follow Vancouver, but the problem is in-text citation should be superscript. Okay. That's a common scenario that you can encounter. Now, so you decide, okay, I have so many citation styles available. Let me go there and change it to superscript. But when you try to change it, you will notice like such an option doesn't exist. Okay, then you will be confused on how now I have to do whether I should manually change the round bracket to superscript and so on. Okay, so actually, our Zotero actually has a huge database in the internet. Okay, in it there's a library. It's called repository. So in this Zotero repository, there are 10,000 different styles available. But for to prevent you from getting too much confused, they have added only 15 common styles here. Okay, suppose a scenario arises just like this where you want to change your citation style to another style which is not there available in the this particular option. What you need to do is you can see at the end of this menu there's an option called manage styles, which is in blue color. Click on that. And then again, you will be taken to a page, which is a Zotero settings, okay, with the same menu options. And in that also, you will see an option called get additional styles. Okay, this option. So click on get additional styles. Then one browser will open up and it will open the Zotero repository with all the different styles available. Okay, here there's a search option. Here you search for Vancouver. Okay. So it's showing 32 different variations of Vancouver. Presently within Zotero, you saw only one types of Vancouver, right? Now there are 32 different variations. And suppose if you want to see how this will look like, just hover your mouse over a style and it will show you how exactly it will be. So you can see I just hovered my mouse over Elsevier Vancouver. And as shown here, you can see instead of the round bracket, it is having square bracket. So this is one of the popular types of Vancouver. And if you scroll down towards the end, you will see there is an option called Vancouver superscript. Okay. there is even three different variations of Vancouver superscript. Okay, so you can go for the normal Vancouver superscript. You can see the preview, click on that, and automatically now you see a new entry has been added, which is Vancouver superscript. Okay, after adding that, close this menu. Okay, now come back to your Microsoft Word, click on document preferences. Now you can see a new option has been added permanently. Okay, that is Vancouver superscript. Select that and click OK. Now all the citations has been changed to Vancouver superscript style. You can see now the citations are in superscript style. Okay, and this one also will be in Vancouver style. So that's the way in which you interchange your citation style to whatever style you prefer, even if that particular style is not available in the existing menu within Microsoft Word. All right. So we have covered most of the basics of Zotero. Okay. Now comes another question. This is one of the common questions that I encounter when I conduct the online sessions or offline session. Like some researchers, they will be regularly using Mendeley. Now I am recommending Zotero. So they will be asking like Mendeley is by Elsevier, which is even a bigger organization. Why can't you which is better, whether Mendeley or Zotero are better, and why I am personally recommending Zotero. Okay. Now between Zotero and Mendeley, quality wise or the feature wise, Mendeley is definitely one step further. Okay, so there are so many interesting features in Mendeley. There is even a feature called watch folder, where you can assign one folder as the folder where all the new articles will be added, and whenever you get new PDFs, just add that article to the watch folder and automatically that will be imported to Zotero. Okay, that feature is not there in automatically added to Mendeley, and that feature is not there in Zotero. But the problem lies not with the Zotero, with the Mendeley app, but with the connector. Okay, now in Zotero, we had two types of connectors, right? For Zotero. Okay, so we had this Zotero connector for Microsoft Word, and just like that in our browser, we had the Zotero connector for Chrome, right, or Edge. Now, just like this, Mendeley also has a connector for Chrome, also has a connector for Word. Okay, even though the Mendeley software is excellent, the connectors are really pathetic. Okay, so I'll just show you my Zotero connector. That this is Chrome Web Store and this is Zotero connector. Here you can see this is used by 7 million people, and it has a 2,400 reviews or ratings and an average 4-star. Okay, so let me show you the Mendeley version. This is used only by 3 million people. Okay, and it has only 2.2 review out of 3,100 ratings. So most of the people are putting 1-star reviews. Okay, so, and the same goes for the Mendeley connector for Mendeley added for Microsoft Word. Okay, what happen is most of the time when we have the Zotero, we have the Mendeley connector for Chrome. It should work just similar to our Zotero connector. Okay, so you go to that articles page, click on the connector, and article is supposed to add into the Mendeley website or Mendeley software. Okay, but what happens is most of the time when you go to that articles page and click on the connector, nothing will happen. It won't add it, and it won't show any error also. So we keep on clicking, nothing will happen. So only job of this connector is to add article into Mendeley or add article into Zotero, right? But if it's not doing that single job it is supposed to do, then what's the point of having a importer or having a connector? Okay, same thing happens for the Zotero, Mendeley connector for Chrome also. Okay, I had it earlier, then I removed that. Now what happened is that it works almost similar to Zotero. We can have a menu where we can enter the details and article will be added. Now the problem is when you try to add article, initially it will work. Maybe in the middle of a article, say you have some 64 references, you have already inserted 32. Okay, then you close it for the day, and on the next day when you start adding the 33rd article, from that point onwards nothing will happen. You will try to add article, it won't come. Okay, it will just doesn't work all of a sudden. Okay, this is because both the connectors are having so many bugs, and Elsevier people, even though they are a big organization, they are spending a lot of money on improving the features of Mendeley, but they are not spending that much money on improving the connectors. So because of that, entire Mendeley becomes useless. Okay, and suppose if your article adding the citation adding process gets stuck in the middle, maybe in the middle of 33rd article, then you have to remove everything altogether, and then you have to have a fresh start. So, and this is really frustrating. So because of this, so many people are now like completely ditching Mendeley and shifting to Zotero. That's why you are seeing the change in the numbers also. Like you can see, even though Mendeley is a popular one, it has only 3 million users. On the other hand, Zotero has 7 million users. Both the softwares are free to use, but because of this issue with user experience, that's why people are shifting. You can see this is almost double the user base, right? That's the reason why more people are moving towards Zotero than Mendeley. Okay, so that's why I personally prefer Zotero over Mendeley. Okay. Now we will see one aspect in which how you can connect Zotero with other AI tools. Okay, so that will be really useful, right? So in the previous module, we have seen so many AI tools which are useful for research, and we will be using different AI tools for different purposes, right? So we'll see how you can connect Zotero to Consensus. So we will be seeing the Consensus, like Consensus is an excellent tool for finding article. You can download the PDF files instantly, and you can find so many articles. So if there is a way in which you can connect both of them together, this will be really cool, right? So I'll show you how that can be done. Now, easiest way is obviously you can go to Consensus. So let me open, I think Consensus open somewhere. Okay. So you can see this is Consensus. I already searched the topic, that is keto diet in infantile seizures. Okay. And it's showing the article. I can click on the PDF button and I can download the full article, and I can then import this full article into Zotero, right? So that can be definitely done. But there is a more even easier way. Okay. So let me open a new folder. I'll name it as Consensus keto diet. Okay, so it's a completely blank one. Okay, now what I will do is I will go to Consensus. Be very careful. I mean, have your close attention on this step. Okay, so this is a bit tricky. So what I will do is I will have the results here. Okay, at the top of the result you will see an option called export result. So this is located. Initially there will be one small write-up like description here. There will be an export button, but this export is for this area, this for this paragraph, not for the results. Okay, so you can ignore the export option. You scroll down to the result, you will see all the results here. Okay, here you can see there are almost 15 articles. Okay, so if you want more, just click on load more and more articles will be added. Okay, so let's open almost, yeah, now there are around 25 articles. Okay, so once the articles are there, this is a results heading. And on the right side of that, you will see an option called export results. Okay, so click on that and you will see two options: export as a CSV file, which is an Excel file, or export as an RIS file, which is a Zotero format. Okay, so click on RIS file. Now what will happen is it will download a file like this, which contain information about all these 25 articles. Okay, in case I want the information of 50 articles, I can keep on clicking the load more button here. You can see at the bottom there is a load more button. Every time when I click the button, 10 more articles will be added to this home page, this results page. Okay, so I can click it 10 times, so that's 100 article will be there. Okay, now I will be downloading the articles for this particular research using this PDF option. All right, so all the articles that I downloaded will be a subset of the entire results. Suppose the entire results has 100 results, I might be downloading 30 out of that. So this 30 is a subset of that 100, right? So if I am able to add all those 100 articles directly into my Zotero, then I don't need to manually enter those 30 articles once again, because the details regarding the 30 is already there with me in Zotero. Okay, so that's the principle. So open Zotero. Okay, and here you can see an option called file, and there is an option called import. So click on import and it will ask me what type of file you want to import. Okay, so this is an RIS file. So go for this option, click on next. It will ask me to locate the file. Okay, so the file is located in my download. So select that and click open. So it is asking me place imported collections and items to a new collection, or copy files. Okay, so let's let it open into a new collection. So that will be easier. So click on next. Now what will happen is it has created a new folder. You can see this is a new folder, that is keto diet in infantile seizure treatment, which is my research question. And all those articles has been added instantly. So when I click any article, all the details of that article will be present. Okay, so it's super easy, right? It's even faster than the our Chrome connector method. So I'll repeat the steps once again. I'll go to consensus. I populate the results so that I have adequate number of results. Once I have some 50 or 100 results, I go to the results heading. Right or to the on the right side of that, there's an export results button. Click on that and download as RIS file. So the file will be downloaded like this in my downloads folder. Go to Zotero. Okay. Click on files. There's an option called import. And there's an option where what type of file I want to import. The file is RIS. Click next. Locate the file and click open. Then that entire database will be automatically imported into a new collection in the same name. Okay. So I'll be able to whatever file I download later on from consensus, like this full PDF I downloaded. So everything will be a subset of that. So all the information is already there in Zotero. So it will be super easy for me to add those articles into my collection or add those articles into my Microsoft Word. So that's the way in which you connect consensus and Zotero. Okay. Now the second option is you we already had done deep research, right? So how can we connect this deep research to Zotero? Okay, so we know we in earlier module we have created a research proposal using ChatGPT. We have created one using Grok, Perplexity, Consensus, and even Gemini. Okay, deep research mode. So I'll open one such report. So you can see this is one that is created with Gemini. So let me enlarge it a bit. Okay, so it was on impact of abandoning routine gastric residual volume monitoring. So this has been done. Okay, here you can see after the background section or after the abstract section, it had an introduction section where you can see there were references. You can see reference number 1 here. We'll enlarge a bit more so that, okay, so you can see reference number 1 here. Reference 3 was missing. 2 is missing, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. And the link of those references will be located towards the end of the article. So if I scroll down, you can see these are the links. So this is 1, 2, 3 was not there, 4, and so on. So we need to, once we are planning to write it in a proper way, we need to convert those. These are not clickable links. These are not proper links, right? These are just an indication of my references, right? I have to convert it into a proper citation. So how this can be done is download it as a Word file. Okay, so that is available in File, Download, Microsoft Word. Okay, so it will be downloaded as a Word file here. All right. We'll enlarge it a bit so that it will be easier for you to see. Also make it black. Okay. My references start from here. Okay, so you can see this is a first reference. All right. And what I will do is I will go to Zotero. What is a topic? It is on nutrition. I think it is gastric residual monitoring was the topic, right? So let me go to Zotero. Click create a new collection with the same name, gastric residual volume monitoring in neonates in NICU. Okay, collection. So I got a new folder. This is completely empty. Okay, now I'll go back to Microsoft Word. Now this is the area where I need to insert my first citation, 1, right? So I'll just scroll down, and this is the article. Okay, so when I try to click it, it won't be clickable. It's not clickable. So what I can do is I can select this and copy this, select and copy, and then open it. Okay. Another easier way is you will have the control button in your keyboard, or if you are a Apple user, you have Mac user, you have the command button. So click on that and instantly it will become clickable. So you just need to ensure like the control button is you keep on pressing the button, then click on this. So that article will automatically open up in a browser. Okay, so you can see the article here. All right, so I'll wait for the article to load. Then we go for the method number 4. Method number 4 is the method using our Zotero connector, right? So I click on the connector, and automatically, since gastric residual volume is the last folder that has been opened, it will automatically add into my collection. Now I got the article here. Okay. Now I'll go back here into the area where that one need to be inserted. Okay, so this is the area where one need to be inserted. I will delete this. Okay. It is a superscript. Okay, now the cursor is blinking there. Click on Zotero, add or edit citation, go for Vancouver. Okay, and classic view, locate the article, click OK. Now that one has been replaced with a proper reference. Okay, let me do the same for 3. Okay, 3 and 4, both the articles will do. Okay, 3 is click the press the command button, so it will open that particular article. So his article is by Haiyang Su. Okay, click on this one. Yeah, article is getting added. We'll do for the 4 also. Okay, this particular. Okay, so this is the article. This is by Abhiramalata. Okay, Zotero. Okay, Zotero connector, and article is getting loaded. Okay, so let me open my Zotero and see. You can see that Zoo article has been added. Abhiramalata has been added. So Zoo is article 3 and this is 4. Okay, now go back to Gemini. Locate that particular area where this is located, where is present. So this is 3. Okay, so delete the 3. Change the superscript. Okay, now it's blinking there. Click on Zotero, add or edit citation, classic view, Zoo, select Zoo and OK. So 2 has been inserted. Now it's the time for 4. Right, so let me, okay, Zotero, add or edit citation, classic view, Abhiramalata. Okay, so now I got 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now the thing is I have to do this for all the citations. Okay, there are total 44 citations. Okay, that I have to do. And once that is done, these are some fake references present. Okay, this we can delete. This Gemini creates this fake references which will not be accurate. So once these are the work site, these are the links available. Okay, so after the links, just scroll down to the end. Create a new heading called references. Apply the title formatting, H2 heading. Okay. Let me open it in a new page so that this looks cool. Okay. So once that is done, go to Zotero, add or edit bibliography. Okay. So automatically the Vancouver citation of all the 3 articles that we have inserted will be automatically populated, okay, in Vancouver style. Okay, so I have to do this for all the 44 citations. Sometimes we will be deleting certain lines, so that line's citation may not be needed. And once you finish that, you can delete this section. You have this works cited section here, right? So that can be deleted after that. You select everything and you delete this. Okay, so now your original citation has been replaced with this proper Vancouver citation. Okay, index citation is already changing up in the upper area, and here also it will be changing. In this way, you can interchange the citation given by any of the deep research. Like all the deep research mode, there will be a link, in-text citation at the top, and its link will be there at the bottom. Okay, but the link will be in just a link format. It won't be in a Vancouver or Harvard or APA format. So you can use this method number 4 to convert those links into proper citations. All right, so that's the method of using it. Now let me see, is anything remaining in Zotero? Okay, now we have to see how you can manage the duplicate issue. Okay, so when you start using Zotero for a longer time, like in my case, you can see there are so many studies, like so many of collections are there. So there is chance that duplicates will happen. Like I have one on hypertension here, so one article might come there. And the same article may be selected under this, maybe added under this mental health folder also. Okay, so if that the case, what you need to do is you just scroll to the bottom of the collection and you will see an option called duplicate items. Okay, just select that duplicate items and it will automatically show you which all articles are duplicates. Okay, here you can see. Okay, so here you can see there is a same article is there. You can see Global Tuberculosis Report 2024. It's there, both are same. Okay, but the dates in which they were inserted are different. So I can select which article need to be kept. Just select that, and automatically that article will be automatically merged. Okay, so you can see here is an option called merge two items. So click on that, and that article has been automatically merged. So both of them will become one. So suppose those two articles are present in two different folders. A copy of it will be preserved there, but the thing is like everything will be same. Okay, now what I'm talking is here you can see there are three articles on scabies. Okay, and here you can see everything is same except the time in which they were accessed. Okay, so Zotero is finding like it is better to put the same timing for all of these, and I can just select whichever time I want to be made same for all three. Suppose I'm going for the most recent one. Okay, and I'm clicking on merge three. What happened is like time of this one and this one will become the same one, the selected one, and all the three will be counted as a single entry. Okay, now because of the change in timing of access, time of access, because of this, because it's a web page, right? So time of access will also be recorded in the citation. So because of this change, they are showing us three different entries. So that will be counted as a single entry. Then click on merge three. Like that, I can keep on clicking and all the articles will be, all the duplicates will be removed. Okay, so that's the method of removing duplicates. Now, one final thing, this is a very useful tip for you. This is regarding file syncing. Okay, and this is a very useful tip. Okay, thing is how Zotero or Mendeley they makes money is using like both the tools are free to use. There is no subscription system, but only thing is like both the tools they have a cloud space. Okay, so suppose if you are having a free plan of Zotero, they will give you 300 MB of cloud space. Okay, so let me open Zotero. Here you can see like when I open one article, like we will open that keto diet one only that we have just learned. Okay, here you can see we have 14 articles of keto diet here. Okay, now what will happen is we have used the full article method here. That's why all the articles having PDF. Okay, and they have given you only 300 MB of cloud space. So whenever you are adding full articles like this, or whenever Zotero is trying to download the full article automatically, that time a copy of that file will be stored in your cloud drive. Okay, and since it's only 300 MB, this will be over in say depending on how fast you are doing the research, this might be full by 6 months or in 2 years. Okay, so after it's full, then Zotero will keep on sending you some emails telling you your cloud storage is full, you cannot add new articles, please buy some cloud space, and which will be in a very small like subscription plan. Okay, so you will see like, okay, it's a good thing, so I'm using Zotero regularly, let's buy 1 GB of cloud space. Then we will be subscribing to their cloud space account and you will be sending some money to them regularly. Okay, so to in case you don't want to like make your cloud drive full, okay, there is a secret technique. Okay, so the secret technique is, I'll show it here only. What you need to do is go to edit, click on settings. Okay, in that select the sync option. Okay, and this is the area where we entered our username and password in the beginning. Beneath that you will see an option called file syncing. Okay, by default these two options will be turned on. Okay, these two options decide on whether you add an article as full PDF, whether it should be synced with the cloud drive. Okay, so if you untick both the options, what will happen is nothing will happen with the Zotero adding part, nothing will happen to your Zotero collection. Only difference is like next time when you add articles, PDF files, their copy will not be saved in the cloud drive. Okay, only it's metadata, like for this article we have all this metadata and these are just text and they won't take up much space, right? Only the PDF will take around 2 MB or 3 MB of space, right? So this will prevent the PDF from storing. Only the metadata will be stored. In that case, you can add up to 1 million articles in your cloud space, even with this 300 MB. You don't need to pay anything. Okay. You will disable Zotero from adding the PDF file automatically, thereby preserving your valuable cloud space. Okay. So setting is once again, click on edit, click on settings, go to the sync option and untick these two options. That's it. And automatically the cloud like asking for money for your cloud usage issue will be automatically resolved. Okay, so that should be useful for you to save some money, right? So that's regarding Zotero. So I'm sure that you will really love Zotero. In case you are using PaperPal, you don't need a Zotero because PaperPal will automatically take care of references. But in case you are not using PaperPal, you are using manual method or you are using other AI tool, then definitely Zotero will become your best friend. Okay, so please do try it out. This is really fun to try and this is really helpful also. Okay. So thank you for patient listening. This has been an extended lecture. So thank you for listening. Sometimes you need to watch this twice to learn all the small features that I have mentioned. Okay. So thank you once again. We'll meet you again in the next session.